I'm going to leave these open. I'll close them as I go. These post-it notes and get this done. Here's a fax transmission. These are my notes from 8/15 of 2013, as you can see. So what this shows is March 3rd, 2008, at 4:43, fax to or from Michael D. Wagers, mortgage broker lender, Premier Mortgage and Financial, 303 South A Street. Gives a number, which is a company I have an insider. She sat down and did it. The guy is a banker, broker. They're operating a bank with no address here in town. For a while, when I was forced to complain federally, I told them they had a bank over here in Richmond. It is or was an operating bank from Ohio, but no mailing address. It was located beside or near First Richmond Bank, a local small community bank. I was a PTA president in the school. I volunteered bank there. I informed Neil Freeman with and the I don't know what that the sewage and manhole covers were being worked on. The very next week in Somerville, rented a house and put a mortgage center in the empty house about 3 weeks after I spoke with Neil Freeman, FBI. So he got it stopped or closed. Also, Wagers has a home address. The property is shared with a power gas company. I have a property card for that. This is the fax transmission string where I found the backdating. So what I do when I do these sort of things is I copy it in post-it notes so that I can just go like this on anything I need in my research. So February 11, 2008, they were conversing with abstracts concerning this stickle and lingo, and the rest also fell in. That's the title number. Amount of insurance, Commonwealth Land Title Insurance Company, owner amount 68,000. Mortgage amount is to be advised. Transaction, Stickle Properties LLC, 422 Randolph Street, Richmond, Indiana. In the loan documents, it said the house was occupied. It was not. Also, Stickle Properties was not the owner of record. They lied and made Rachel, through a mortgage affidavit, state that she was married and she was a member of Stickle Properties LLC. Stickle Properties LLC was never at 422 Randolph Street. They didn't own it until 3/12 of 2008, according to the records I've seen. I said there are other, so in here, and this is a complete string of transmissions. There's 1 or 2 pages missing off the back, but that's irrelevant because most of them are here. This invoice supersedes any and all prior invoices. I put brand new cycle. When someone steals your identity as a fiction straw person, etc., you lose it to a horrible process. Now the fact that trust has been handled by their use of stolen identities, key invalidates it all. She was not ever a party or a shareholder of Stickle Properties, is what I'm saying. She was used in the worst ways, and they tie it up a little bit here, prior invoices. This is how I know there were two, because it's $5 at that time. So there are other policy numbers, and this invoice has previous. See example worksheet with PA1 dated 1/21/2008. So every policy under these 3 properties would be an issue because there were 3 properties. So we're going to go down to, and I have all of this completed, by the way, too. This was together, though. Here's a warranty deed for Stickle Properties. This instrument prepared by Richard E. Boston, attorney at law. That's Boston Beaver, Kling and Cross. Here's where we go. Don't pay attention to this year. Years don't exist in this insurance mill. This file number is also for Stickle. But here's the ALTA owner policy. Proposed insured is Rachel Diddy, all caps. The year is 2006 in parentheses. Do you see that? I talked to ALTA, American Land and Title Association, and they told me that that is in line with a standard form. The 2.5, they went back to 2.5, made it effective 2/5 of 2006. You don't want to pay attention to the dates because in there they have a virtual world in here. This is a reported appraised value. And then the ALTA loan policy for 2006. You see this? $66,949. That's the wrong amount because I've proven that they really accepted the first amount, but there's even more. So here's the proposed insured is First Horizon Home Loans, a division of Tennessee National Bank, and or the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development of Washington, D.C., the respective successors and signs as their interests may appear. MetLife purged two of the loans. So MetLife was operating with them in 2008. And here we go. The estate or interest in the land described or referred to in the commitment covered herein is fee simple and is at the effective date here vested in Stickle Properties LLC. Well, reportedly Stickle owned it since Stickle Properties LLC owned it reportedly since October the 1st, 2006. So why would they have to do anything over to him at this date, right? It says see Exhibit A attached, and it has this number down here, see Exhibit A. This is going to be important because, and of course, let me show this. These Schedule A, you see this revised, and this is what she said. It goes by notices you have to give and TIF, tax increment financing. So this was faxed between Abstract's Title of Richmond, the closing company that the attorney, the county and city attorneys are housed with, and this Boston, and Premier Mortgage. And then here's a Schedule B1 from Stickle Properties to Rachel Diddy, and from Rachel Diddy to First Horizon Home Loans C. Of course, the same file number for Stickle. And I believe this takes her back something on Stickle. This isn't true. It's saying this mortgage was owed for and paid by this bank in New Madison. I talked to the lady Diana in New Madison. That wasn't. She said no, that property was not paid for by him. I said, could it be the 10,007? And she said, I can't tell you that. And I said, why? She goes, because of privacy. So the 10,007 State Road 38 is what was being paid on. And those folks have to know Stickle because they contacted me, but they didn't want to talk. They just wanted to know what I knew. Here's Exhibit A. It says commonly known as 422 Randolph, but lot numbered 154. And that is the way you're supposed to do it according to the recorder, an old-timer lady that was there walking with a cane. She goes, she's right, it's lot number, not address. So here we go. Under the loan, she was in 2008, she was subject to her paying 2007 due payable in 2008. She was only supposed to go back to 2007, not this. But here they take her for 2 years, 2006, payable in 2007. I have another document showing they took her clear back to 2005. And the backwards tax scam. Here, look here. Which Schedule A, Exhibit A? Commonly known as 10,007 State Road 38, Greens Fork, Indiana, right? And this is why these people aren't getting in trouble. And of course, then here's to title. And I have this all completed. Here's one of them completed. And this is supposed to be a copy, but effective date 3/12/2008 at 8 a.m. Policies are policies to be issued. You can go back to 2006 on this, right? Like I said, and ALTA can confirm that these forms, the ALTA is not a title company, it's American Land and Title Association. So on 3/12, it goes to Stickle Properties LLC. And then it says see Exhibit A. Well, which Exhibit A would you like them to see, right? And Sabrina Bartram, who's a real little heifer, she was a real smart aleck when I called. She thinks it's a big joke. Her and this Robin Moore and Ron Cross, it's no joke. This is enough. And of course, here's the revisions. This is how American Land and Title Association commitment does it. They had standard forms. They didn't change any of their forms till 2012. And now they're putting out legislation to hold the title companies harmless if they acted in good faith. But I tell you, they did not.